is Tuesday afternoon, so we have a 5-day week this week. So this is day 2 of the week. So I am tired. I've had a headache all day. I really don't think I'm necessarily tired. I think it's just that my head hurts so bad. So I will probably go home and chillax a little bit because it's been a long day. I had a kid who got in trouble today, and I ended up having to have him in my class for a long period of time. And he just, wanted to continue to cause issues. So. Hey, it is Friday. I have not had time to get on and chat since Tuesday. It has been a crazy week. So as you know, we're doing 5 days this week. Usually we only do a 4-day week. And so sometimes the teachers have a 5-day week, but this was a 5-day week for the kids. Yes, so Tuesday I did have some behavior issues with a student, and it was pretty bad. He did end up having to still come to my room then Wednesday morning because he still had not finished everything he was supposed to. So that's the way we do it, is if you refuse to do what you need to do the day before, you're still going to be sitting in what we call the safe seat in the morning and finish that up. So he had actually called a teacher racist because she told him that he couldn't wear his headphones and listen to music that he wanted to on his computer. So I made him do a worksheet that where he had to look up the word racist in the actual real dictionary, and then describe what racist means in his own words, and then to decide whether or not him using the word racist was correct in that context. And of course, he knows it was not. So I told him, I said, if you're going to use words like that, you have to know what they mean. So he did finally get that done. And so then he got to go off to his other classes during the day. He actually did better the rest of the day, and the rest of this week he's been fine. Right now he is in the class that he typically gets the most trouble in, and usually I hear from the teacher within the first 10 to 15 minutes, and I haven't yet, and we only have about 30 minutes left of that class. So hopefully we won't hear from her. So it's really nice for him to actually be able to go to class. So that makes things so much better. Also, when he comes in here during that time, this is my plan time. So I don't get my plan time when he comes in. On Wednesday, the teacher across the hall from us, she's a new teacher, she's young, first year, and she came across, and at first she came in the door and she's like, hey, I need your help. And so I was getting up slowly to go help her, and she goes, I have a kid who's choking. And so I was like, what? So I ran over, and the kid actually had a lifesaver mitt, so it had a hole in it, so he was breathing and he was talking to me. So I said, okay. She said she had tried to give him the Heimlich, but of course with that hole in there, it wasn't working very well. So I said, okay. So, well, he's breathing and he's talking, so he's not choking. So it's okay. And he goes, but it hurts. It hurts. I said, I know it is stuck there. I understand that it hurts, buddy. I said, right now the best thing we can do is to get it to dissolve. So I told him to just drink some water. So he was drinking. I told her, I said, why don't you go and get some maybe warm water from the cafeteria to see if that will help dissolve it faster. And so they did. So she went and did that. He just kept saying, it hurts. I said, I know it does. He then, because he had so much water, had to throw up. And so he was throwing up, and I was just like, poor kid. And all I could do was stand there and just try to comfort him, because you can't do the Heimlich maneuver if they're still coughing and everything. It wouldn't have helped. So, and it probably would have hurt him more than anything. So this is a 4th grader. So it was very scary for him, is what I thought. So, but I did call the nurse and see if there was anything else we could do. And she said, no, just the water would be what would be best. Our nurse was off campus because we share her between our 2 buildings. So she was over at the elementary. And so we were just doing what we could do. And I went to go ahead and I told his teacher, I said, well, I'll go ahead and go to the office and we'll call his mom to let her know what's going on. And because she was a little too panicked to make that call. And so, and he told me when he was just like, it just hurts. And so he finally felt relief and he said, I'm okay, I'm better. And he had archery practice. And so his mom said, well, does he want to stay for archery practice or do I need to get him? And it was close to the end of the day. And so I asked him and he said, no, he just wanted to go to archery practice. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And so I told her and she's like, all right, that's good. Well, yesterday he missed school because his throat hurt from choking. So he was well enough to go to practice, but not well enough to come to school the next day. Today, he tells us, oh yeah, I always say that I'm sick when I'm really not, just to get out of school. Yeah, and he has had an attendance letter every year. Yeah, and he's a 4th grader. Yeah, I know. So I was like, okay, buddy. So I'm like, here's your work to do. Go ahead and get it done. So that made for an interesting week, just trying to deal with all of that. I know that, again, that poor new teacher was very upset and just a little shooken. But I told her, I said, you did what you had to do. You came and got me when you thought you couldn't do anything else. I said, you did the right thing. And so everything was fine. The other kids in the class were still working. This poor little kid is sitting there trying to not die, and the other kids are working. So I was like, well, that's good control of the classroom that they all were still working while he was having an issue. So, but everything turned out fine. It was all great. That's why I can laugh about it now. But the next day, of course, yesterday, the kids kept asking for mints, and my parent and I are like, no, you guys tried to die. No, we're not doing it. You're not getting a mint. So, so we're like, I think we're going to lay off on the mints for a little while just to make sure that they don't die. So, but other than that, it's been a great week. So today, I'm kind of giving the kids a little bit of a catch-up day. I give them a lot of work to do during the week, and sometimes it does take a little bit longer, so I want them to try to get it done. We have a Disguise the Turkey story that they have been working on, and they've turned out really cute. I've read a couple of them so far, and so I showed you the packet before in a previous video of what they had to do, each of the steps. So now I've got some of the final drafts in, and so they turned out really good. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have 7 kids who haven't turned theirs in. So I'm hoping to get them all in. I think I might make another book of them, just like we did with their stories, because these are really super cute. So, this one, let's see. So, let me turn you around here. So, this is one of them. You can see he gave the name to the turkey. He ran away. He wanted to disguise as a dog. So, that's really cute. This one, she did it as an astronaut. So, there's hers. She disguised hers as an astronaut. Very beautiful handwriting. I love her. She's a good little artist. So, yes, the picture has an astronaut. So, I think that's where she got her idea, but that's fine. She did a real good job. So, and she named him Barnacle Boy. So, I did tell them that they needed to give their turkeys a name. So, some of them have come up really cute. So, this girl, she is going to disguise hers as a cat. So we've had a dog and a cat. So people don't eat cats for Thanksgiving. And so they run fast and they can jump. And so I like that one. So that's a cat. And then this one, his picture is so cute, which he's the brother of the one that had the little astronaut one. And he made this tiger. And if you can see real close, let me see if I can angle it. There's a little zipper right here. So he said there's actually a bunch of turkeys in there that dressed as a tiger, because not one turkey would take up the tiger outfit. But so they have a zipper so they could all get in there. So super cute. This one, he is dressing his turkey as a police officer. So he wants that because police officers, nobody wants to eat Shadow the police officer. So it was a cute one. So This one, he's going to dress his as Deadpool, so I'm sure we can guess what one of his favorite movies is. So this is Gerald, Deadpool turkey. And then this one, he's named his John the Ultimate. I think this might be from a video game or something, so I'm not sure what it comes from, but that's his ultimate turkey, I guess. This little guy, this is my one that loves to put Bugatti in everything. So his is going to be dressed as Bugatti Batman. So, got to get that Bugatti in there. So, but his is really cute. And then this one says a Bronco driver, so I'm not really sure what that is. Some of you out there might know what a Bronco driver is, but he says they go really fast and they would have a hard time catching him, and they go off-road, so it would be hard to chase him, so not sure, but there's that one. This one is so cute. So his is going to dress as The Rock, so Dwayne The Rock Johnson, so because nobody would eat him, and he has $8 million, so, and is a famous TV star and movie star and wrestler. So his turkey is dressed as Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Then this one is so cute. His is an FBI agent. So I love, people do not eat FBI agents because they're human. They have lots of gear that would scare people away. They also uphold the law, so people wouldn't even approach him. So that's a cute one. This one, now, keep in mind, they did start this before the fight. So his best disguise would be to dress as Mike Tyson. People would not want to mess with Mike. Mike could knock anybody out in one blow. If anyone would try to cook Mike, he would challenge them to a boxing match. So, of course, we all know, well, he lost his last match, but that's okay. That's okay. So he's going to dress as Mike Tyson. So that's all the ones that I've had turned in so far. Like I said, they're super cute. So the 4th grade actually did, here at our school, did a cute little turkey disguise thing. And they actually did it as a project at home, which was more of an art one. And so they had to disguise their turkey as something. And the rest of the school is voting on which one they find the funniest, most creative maybe, and then best overall. And they are really cute. There's one that's a Taylor Swift one. There's one that's a Donald Trump one. There is one that is a Santa Claus. There's one that is a Santa on a train. The train one is crazy. Like, he brought in like boxes that makes a train. I mean, it's crazy big. But there's a lot of really cute ones. There's a Minions one, and I'm trying to think of some of the other. Oh, a zombie one. A lot of people are voting for the zombie one. So anyway, it's really cute. So I just thought it was funny that they're doing a artsy type thing and that I did a writing one. So, but again, today's Friday, so hopefully the rest of the day goes well. I've had a lot of kids out sick. I had 2 kids go home on Monday sick, and then one of them returned today and the other one is still out. So sickness is hitting us pretty hard. And from what I understand over at the preschool and elementary, it's pretty bad too. So next week's only 2 days, and then we have Thanksgiving break. So hopefully everybody will get over it, but also won't be sick during Thanksgiving. I really hope I am not sick during Thanksgiving break, just because my body tends to go, oh, hey, we're on a break, let's get sick. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully I can have a good Thanksgiving as well. So it'll be nice to only have, again, we do have only a 2-day weekend, because we are going to go to school Monday, Tuesday, and then we're going to be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, but we technically will be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it'll be a nice little break for us. This is part of, you saw the packet and you saw that the kids would write different options. And so this kid is the one that chose The Rock. And so you can see the pictures next to his options look so much like The Rock, John Cena, and Hulk Hogan. If you are aware of WWE wrestling, I promise you would be able to recognize those pictures. Hello, it is Friday afternoon. I just dropped the little one off parents. She loves to spend the night. We have Girl Scouts tomorrow, so I will pick her up for Girl Scouts tomorrow, and then she has time with her father on Sunday. So hopefully we'll have a great day Saturday with Girl Scouts, and then we might be going to a Christmas parade. We haven't decided yet, and so time to rest and relax, and then go back to school on Monday. Again, usually we only have a 4-day week, so for us having 2 Mondays in a row, but of course we only have to go Monday and Tuesday, and then we're off the rest of the week, so we can make it 2 more days. So today I had a student who this afternoon had a total meltdown. So she had lied to my paraprofessional, and I called her out on it, and she did not like that I called her out on it. And so I had told her, you should probably apologize to the para, because she asked you twice if you had all your work done, and you said yes, and so she allowed you to do something else, and that was not true, and you know that it's not true. And she's like, yeah, I know. And I asked her to do some work that she hadn't finished, and it just became horrible. So she started whining and complaining and muttering under her breath, and I said, no, stop. You need to be working. Stop doing that. Stop complaining. You just need to get your work done. You know you should have done it earlier, but you chose not to, and you weren't honest about it, and so you need to be working now. So she still was whining, complaining, and then she started yelling, and you're not listening to me. I said, well, you're muttering. I can't hear you. You're trying to make sure that I can't hear what you're saying, and then you get upset when I don't respond to you, and then you start screaming. So if you have something that you want to talk to me about, then raise your hand and speak to me, and don't be playing games. So of course she starts yelling, screaming, pushing, shoving things. So I had to clear the room, because the other kids I had one that was really trying to work hard, and clearly you could tell on his face he was getting distracted. Of course he was getting distracted. And then another one is one that typically we clear the room for him, so he was kind of like, whoa, hey, I get to leave the room whenever the room's clear. That's kind of cool. So they gathered their stuff and went to another classroom. Luckily I had a teacher who was willing to take them. I did have 2 paras at the time, so one of my paras went with them and the other one stayed in the room with me. So that's just a safety issue for us. So it worked out fine. I did have her, though, yelling and screaming at me for almost 2 hours, and then afterwards she had said she wanted to go to the counselor. Well, the counselor just lets her take a nap, and I said, you're not going to just go and take a nap after yelling and screaming at me. You're going to have to apologize first. And we do a thing called the think sheet, and they have to basically admit what they did and think about what are better strategies and how to, do better next time. And so she really didn't want to fill that out either, because again, that's more writing. So she finally calmed down almost, and then the counselor happened to walk in. So when the counselor came in, I asked her, please just let me talk this out with her. She needs to process this, and she is almost finished processing this with me. I said, but what she wants is to be able to avoid it and leave with you. So I would really appreciate it if I could just do this with her. And so she's one that goes to the office or the counselor all the time, but that's the thing is 9 times out of 10 she gets out of processing her emotions and her feelings and gets to go take a nap. And so that's not going to help her as she is headed into high school. They're not going to do that for her, and it's not going to help her as she becomes an adult either. So I said, just let us process this, please. And so after that, the girl realized I was being serious, and the fact that the counselor was like, okay, sure, and left, she realized, okay, I'm gonna have to face what I did. And so we talked about it. I was calm. I talked to her and told her, this is what you did. What do you think you did? And again, her emotions were so ramped up, she doesn't even realize all the things she did and said. And she claimed, well, I asked for a break. And I said, honey, there were 3 people in here, 3 adults, and none of us heard you ask for a break because you didn't ask for one. You started yelling and screaming. And so, like I said, 2 hours of yelling and screaming at me. I did my best to just work on my computer. I was actually writing her office referral and was typing away at it while she was doing it. So, she was able to finally process, and I told her, as soon as you get done writing your think sheet, then I will call the counselor and she can come down and talk to you. Well, the counselor just came down and was like, yeah, I know that you're tired because you had a friend over last night, so I'm sure you're really tired, and just gave her a hug, and that was it. And so I was like, that is what they would have done, was just let her take a nap in the counselor's office. So I'm hoping that her processing her emotions and understanding what was going on is going to help her in the long run. After that, after she calmed down, she wrote her note. She came up to me and apologized. She apologized to the para. She was fine. She was happy. She was smiling. She was laughing. I did let her just chill. I said, if you want, you can just sit back there and chill now, because it's the end of the day. And I understand that we just went through a lot of emotions and processing, so I get it. And she then actually asked, well, I have one assignment I really want to get done. Is it okay if I do that back on the carpet? Sure, no problem. So she did that. She said, can I take it to the teacher since it's last hour? We kind of have study hall in most of the classes. So I said, yes, absolutely. So hopefully she understands that this kind of behavior is not acceptable, and this is how you process it. And we talked about, okay, instead of doing this, how about we do this? And so hopefully things will be better. This poor girl has a lot going on in her life, so it's not surprising that this happened. Sorry, my Walmart order's here. Thank you, too. All right, woohoo, Walmart pickup done. Groceries for the week are in the back of the car. So hopefully processing that with her, she will do better. So other than that, it was a great week. Again, it's busy, it's long. Having the kids for 5 days is crazy, just because we're not used to it, but even worse, they're not used to it. So it's rough for them sometimes to deal with that. And so next week we'll have Monday, Tuesday, and then be off until December 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, something like that, whatever Tuesday is. So that will be a very nice, long, wonderful break. So, yeah. Have a great weekend, and thank you so much for joining me here at Educator L's Learning Lounge, and hope that something I say can help you, give you encouragement, or inspire you. So thanks for joining me, and remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, everything. Thank you. Bye.